An autopsy on the body of an Odin woman did not find the cause of her death. The latest on that story, plus cats dominate the discussion today on our visit to the Du Bois County Humane Society, and Huntingburg Chamber Director Nick Stevens is tonight's guest on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. The circumstances surrounding an Odin woman's death this past weekend are still a mystery. An autopsy done yesterday on the body of 50-year-old Christina Martin did not identify the cause of her death, according to investigators. They say there were no signs of trauma on Martin's body and no foul play is suspected. Investigators were kept busy from Saturday evening into Sunday morning finding and notifying family members of Martin's death. Martin was originally found laying unconscious in front of Ebony's Cuts and More along State Road 58 near Elnora Street just before 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. She was later pronounced dead at Davies Community Hospital. Martin lived at Cape Hart Manor, an assisted living center with 30 apartments. The investigation into Martin's death is continuing. A soldier from Du Bois County will be returning home tomorrow evening, and the public is invited to help welcome him back. Lance Corporal Nathan Merkley is set to land at the Indianapolis International Airport tomorrow afternoon, and he will arrive in Hayesville at about 7:30 tomorrow night. Merkley will be on post-deployment leave from tomorrow up until April 15th. Now, tomorrow night's welcoming party will feature a caravan of well-wishers, including riders from the Indiana Patriot Guard and the Hayesville Volunteer Fire Department. Anyone who would like to take part in the caravan is asked to arrive by 7:30 p.m. Those who are planning to attend can park at the Christ Lutheran Church next to the fire station on the east side of Hayesville. Another decision has been made surrounding an offer on a 10-acre portion of the former Jasper Country Club property. This morning, the Jasper Redevelopment Commission decided to amend its previous offer on the land to the Greater Jasper School District. The land will now be offered to the school district for them to buy outright. Now, this decision comes following a recommendation by the Jasper City Council at their March meeting to amend the offer to the school district. At March's meeting, the RDC had decided to offer the school district the option of buying the land sometime within the next 10 years, but the City Council was not in favor of that recommendation. The Council instead favored having the district buy the land outright. The Council then formally voted to approve making the recommendation for changing the offer to the RDC. The price for the property will remain at just over $17,344 per acre for the school district. The district now has 60 days to make a decision on that offer. Finally this evening, with the calendar turning to April, spring cleaning is set to begin in many places, including along state roadways. The Indiana Department of Transportation has announced its annual Trash Bash aimed at cleaning up roadside debris. The Trash Bash is set to begin this Saturday, April 5th, and will run through April 27th. The Trash Bash is done in conjunction with National Earth Day as part of those efforts to raise awareness of litter. More than 20,600 bags of trash were collected from more than 3,400 miles of Indiana roadways last year. Those who participate in the cleanup are INDOT maintenance crews, offenders with the State Department of Corrections, and more than 1,600 Adopt-A-Highway volunteers. In addition to the trash, more than 1,250 cubic yards of loose debris were picked up off of roadside areas last year. The debris ranged from everyday junk to strange items like an electric meter, laptop, or even cash. Doug Garrison is the communications director for the Indiana Department of Corrections. He says the partnership with INDOT helps the inmates and the state.
There's a huge resource in terms of the number of offenders that are doing work for very, very little money and cleaning up large segments of the state's highways. So that works well for the state, saves a lot of money, gets a public necessity done very, very cheaply. Now for the offenders, many of our offenders, especially those that are on work crews, are looking for ways to get back. They know they made mistakes, and doing and volunteering for work like this, assuming they qualify, really helps in their rehabilitation and their reintegration back into society.
Now, there are several things that you can be doing to help to keep the highways clean. These include not littering, being responsible by carrying trash bags in your vehicle, reporting areas where garbage has been dumped illegally, and sponsoring a stretch of roadway through the state Adopt a Highway program. For more information on highway cleaning efforts, you can call 1-800-279-5758. NDOT is also encouraging folks to use caution and consider worker safety when they encounter roadside cleanup crews. All right, coming up after the break, this week's visit with our friends at the Du Bois County Humane Society, plus your local forecast, sports with Kurt Goodsell, and Inform featuring Huntingburg Chamber Director Nick Stevens. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.